Hello, my name is Virginia, and I am one of the wellness coaches here for the MSD at Wayne Township. And today we'll be talking about the effects of prolonged sitting. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So what are the risks of sitting too long? So what happens to our bodies when we're sitting for 7 or 8 hours a day or, for long periods of time? So research has actually linked sitting for prolonged periods of time with a number of health concerns, including but not limited to increased blood pressure, high blood sugar or diabetes, excess body fat around the waist, cardiovascular disease, poor mental health, including depression. And so one of the reasons this happens is that when you're sitting down compared to standing or moving, you're utilizing less energy. In fact, did you know that Americans on average sit almost about 10 hours a day? That is a long time. Not only are Americans not activating their glutes, but this is affecting your posture. So overall posture is being affected. So how is our posture affected from sitting too long? So as you can see here in I have two images here. From sitting too long, this can cause an anterior pelvic tilt or a posterior pelvic tilt. And I'll be diving in a little bit deeper here on an anterior pelvic tilt. So when we sit for long periods of time, our bodies naturally adapt towards this new posture, which can cause overall our hips to restrict, our ankles to be restricted or tighten. This can eventually cause low back pain, and it's a kinetic change. So when something is affected, it can affect something else, and it's a cycle where it's a kinetic change. So as we sit for long periods of time, this has caused an anterior pelvic tilt, which I'll be explaining here in a bit, which is also known as a lower cross syndrome. And eventually this can lead to low back pain. So what is an anterior pelvic tilt? So an anterior pelvic tilt is when the front of the pelvis drops and the back of the pelvis rises. As you can see here in this image, this is an anterior pelvic tilt. For many Americans, as I mentioned earlier, this can contribute to back pain. So as you can see here, our bodies will be compensating or working harder. So the low back pain or our back pain will be working harder to make up, for our position or new posture. So it's going to eventually lead to a lot of pressure here, increasing a lot of pressure to our low back pain. So it is okay to know that some anterior pelvic tilt is natural in our bodies. However, problems arise when the pelvic tilt is excessively tilted. And so with an excessive anterior tilt, a person may experience back pain and likely experience lumbar spine injury. The anterior tilt increases the arc, as you can see right here, this arc right here, curvature of the lumbar spine. This is unnatural, can cause compression of the spaces in between the vertebrae and the lumbar spine. So they're putting a lot more pressure on that back pain. And so before I jump into what we can do, I would like to share some stats or the statistic that I found interesting. So research has shown that if the average, research has shown that if the average male or female could accumulate just 2 hours of standing each workday over 1 year while performing light duty exercise, it can translate to losing 11 pounds for men and 9 pounds for women. So I thought that was pretty interesting. This is respectively without breaking a sweat or having to find time to exercise. So just standing for 2 hours a day can accumulate between losing 11 pounds for men and 9.4 pounds for women. There are a lot of benefits for, avoiding avoiding to be sitting for long periods of time. So some benefits of moving more. So movement throughout the day may lead to weight loss and increased energy. Physical activity may help maintain muscle tone, your ability to move, and improve your mental well-being, especially as you age. So without further ado, let's not say more. Lift sitting contributes to better health. So what can you do? You know, if you can, take a break from sitting every 30 minutes. Stand while talking on the phone or watching television. If you work at a desk, try a standing desk or improvise with a higher table or counter. Walk with your colleagues for meetings rather than sitting in a conference room. Position your work surface above a treadmill with a computer screen and a keyboard on a stand or specialized treadmill. Ready vertical desk so that way you can be in motion all day. And if you have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or even your phone, use that as your advantage. Set a reminder every 30 minutes or an hour to help you remind yourself to stand up. I'm also including some exercise that you can do behind your desk. As simple as doing 5 minutes a day or adding some movement throughout the day can all add up and help you improve your posture and improve your movement throughout the day. So I'll be linking these videos down below so you can easily click on them and do them when you get a chance at work. And so that pretty much wraps my presentation. Hopefully you learned something new. If you do have any questions or concerns, feel free to email us at wellnesscoach@wayne.k12.in.us. Again, that is wellnesscoach@wayne.k12.in.us. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day.